everyone. I'm Miss Laura from the Susquehanna Branch Library. Thank you so much for joining me for the second week of our Fall Story Hour online. Can you all get ready to sing our welcome song together? Last week we clapped and said hello. How about this week we wave and sing hello? All right, get ready. Get your hands ready to wave. Here we go. We wave and sing hello. We wave and sing hello. With our friends at story time, we wave and sing hello. Well, remember, last week at story time, our theme was hello. Welcome back again. This week, we're going to talk about somewhere very special. We're going to go to outer space and talk about the moon and the stars. I love to look up at the moon at night. Have you ever noticed that the shape of the moon changes? Sometimes it's just a skinny little sliver. We call that a crescent moon. And sometimes the moon is big and round like a circle. Can you make a circle with me in the air with your finger? A big round circle. When the moon is like a circle, we call it a full moon. Well, our first story today, we have our character Kitten, and she sees the full moon, but she's never seen one before. And she doesn't quite know what it is, and so she's going to get into a little bit of trouble. So let's listen to our first story, Kitten's First Full Moon by Kevin Henkes, published by HarperCollins. And let's see what Kitten thinks the moon is. It was Kitten's first full moon. When she saw it, she thought, there's a little bowl of milk in the sky. And she wanted it. So she closed her eyes and stretched her neck and opened her mouth and licked. But Kitten only ended up with a bug on her tongue. Poor Kitten. Still, there was the little bowl of milk just waiting. So she pulled herself together and wiggled her bottom and sprang from the top step of the porch. But Kitten only tumbled, bumping her nose and banging her ear and pinching her tail. Poor Kitten. Still, there was the little bowl of milk just waiting. So she chased it down the sidewalk, through the garden, past the field, and by the pond. But Kitten never seemed to get closer. Poor Kitten. Oh, look at Kitten. She looks confused, doesn't she? Still, there was the little bowl of milk just waiting. So she ran to the tallest tree she could find, and she climbed and climbed and climbed to the very top. But Kitten still couldn't reach the bowl of milk, and now she was scared. Poor Kitten, what could she do? Then, in the pond, Kitten saw another bowl of milk, and it was bigger. What a night. What do you think Kitten really sees? Does she see a bowl of milk? So she raced down the tree and raced through the grass and raced to the edge of the pond. She leaped with all of her might. Is she gonna get the milk? Poor Kitten. She was wet and sad and tired and hungry. Was it really a bowl of milk? No. So she went back home, and there was a great big bowl of milk on the porch. How does she look like she feels now? I think she's happy now, isn't she? Just waiting for her. Lucky kitten. People who fly into outer space are called astronauts. Let's pretend we're astronauts going to the moon. I'll read you a rhyme and you can do the motions along with me. Ready? Do you want to go up with me to the moon? Let's get in our rocket ship and blast off soon. Faster and faster we reach to the sky. Isn't it fun to be able to fly? We're on the moon. Now all take a look. Sit back down and I'll read you a book. In our next story, a little boy finds a very special treasure. Let's see what it is in Star in the Jar by Sam Hay, published by Sourcebooks. My little brother likes looking for treasure. Tickly treasure? Glittery treasure? Even trash can treasure. But one day he found something extra special. So special, I thought it must belong to someone else. We asked the helpful girl from school, but she said it wasn't hers. We showed it to the lunch lady, but it wasn't hers either. We asked the sheriff, he shook his head. The fairies hadn't lost it, nor had the wizards. If no one has lost it, my little brother said, that means I can keep it. My little brother loved his new treasure. He put it in a jar and carried it everywhere. What are some of the places that he carried his new treasure? As the day turned into night, the little treasure got shinier, but it didn't look happy. Then my little brother spotted something. Up high in the dark, dark sky, there was a message. Lost one small star. It's here, my little brother shouted to the sky. But the little star's friends were too far away to hear. We had to help the star get back home. We tried climbing up high, teaching it to fly, and bouncing the star back up to the sky. But nothing worked. Maybe the little star would have to stay in the jar forever. Then an idea popped into my head. I raced inside and looked in every cabinet and every drawer. I found flashlights and twinkling lights, book lamps and bike lights, glow sticks and headlamps. And we sent a message back. Then the sky began to crackle and fizz, and the stars joined together and made a long, swirly, whirly, sparkly silver chain all the way down to our backyard. And they lifted their little friend gently back up to the sky. My little brother felt sad. He'd lost his special treasure. But then, thank you, friend. He realized he hadn't lost his treasure. He'd made a friend. A forever friend who would twinkle him to sleep every night. Good night, star. I liked that story. I hope you liked it too. Wouldn't it be fun to have a star as your friend like in our story? Well, maybe we can't have a real star from the sky, but you know you could make your own star. Look at this one that I made. I just made it out of some paper and some fun glitter, and that way you can have it to keep as your special star. What color is my star? My star is nice yellow, and look, we've even got some gold glitter on there. Could you help me count the points on my star? Let's count them together. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 points to a star. I hope that you'll make one too. I bet you know a song about a little star. How many of you know the song Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star? I bet you do, right? Well, we're going to sing it together, but first I want to teach you something special that we can add to the song. We're going to learn some of the sign language for the song. Sign language is a special language that people who can't hear use so they can talk with their hands. All right, get ready. We're going to practice a few of our signs first, and then we'll sing together. So our first sign is for the word twinkle, and it's really easy. Just open and shut your hands, just like something that's twinkling. So twinkle. Can you do it with me? Good. Next, let's do the word star. For this one, we're going to put our hands up with our fingers up and point like we're pointing up at the stars. Can you join me? Star. So we have twinkle and star. Next, we're going to do wonder. Wonder, you just put your finger up to your forehead and kind of turn it a little like you're thinking really hard. Wonder. Our next one is a little bit tricky. We're going to do the word world. So we need to make a W with our fingers. Do you see how I have a W? You make 2 W's. We're going to put them together like this and then go around in a circle like the world is a big circle. Can you try it with me? World. That's kind of a fun one. Why don't we try it one more time? World. Good. And just one more. Our last sign is for the word sky. This is a nice easy one. Just going to put your hand up like this, like you're seeing the whole sky. All right, are we ready? Can you sing with me and do whatever of those signs that you remember from our practice? All right, here we go. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. Up above the world so high, like a diamond in the sky. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. Good job, everyone. You can practice it again and learn those signs, and you'll be able to sing part of our song in sign language. Well, I hope when you go to bed tonight that you'll look out your window and look for the moon and the stars because they're so beautiful to see. And I hope that you'll join me again next week for Story Hour. I'll give you a little hint about next week's theme. We're going to talk about some very special friends who live in a big red house. Any ideas who we're going to talk about? Well, thanks again for joining me today, and I hope I'll see you next week. Bye, everyone.